We've always said the 1312, the classic Panerai automatic Luminor, has been the perfect Panerai. This year, it's getting just a little bit better.
Yeah, they made it more perfecter. This is our first opportunity to be hands-on with these two side by side finally.
Yes.
I completely agree. We've done a couple of videos now on the 1312 being the perfect Panerai.
It is.
We'll link that below. If you haven't seen it, we'll link it down below. And it is, and it has been. Anybody who's coming into any one of my stores and they're new to Panerai, they want to learn about Panerai. This is just Panerai taking everything that makes their modern watches great and putting it all into one piece.
So this is where we start. So now we're introduced to the 3312. We're going to tell you all the little differences. The first thing that we noticed right away is that it is a thinner case. It's about 2 millimeters thinner. And then what Panerai isn't telling you online that we notice in person, actually the shoulder, kind of the edges here of the case, they've broadened as well. It's almost about 1 millimeter closer to the dial.
Yeah, it looks like the dial's bigger on the 3312.
It looks, when I was looking at the 3312, this watch looks bigger. Why? It's still a 44 millimeter. So they've brought in the metal a little bit and increased the dial.
They also had to do a thicker crystal for the more water resistancy. So that might have something to do with it too. The bezel's shaped a little bit differently and they have to show a little bit more of the dial. That's interesting, yeah.
I would believe it. So wearing just about 2 millimeters thinner on the wrist, still a 44 millimeter, which is Panerai's classic size and a great place to start. You can go up or down in size from there. Us Paneristi fans were thrilled to see that this watch now has an exhibition case back again, and it went from a 300 meter dive rating to 500 meters.
Yep. Big improvements all around. And I think what you're seeing right here was very indicative of an awful lot of what we saw this year in Watches and Wonders. Mm-hmm. It wasn't a year where everybody, maybe except for Rolex, swung for the fences or went to reinvent the wheel. Right. It was just taking what was already good, tweaking it, making it just a little bit better. And I love that in the industry. I also like, and this is just me, I like the loss of the little blue seconds hand.
We did lose the seconds hand on the front. So before it was outlined in blue. Yep. Now it just matches a dial. Yeah, it's just kind of a modern update.
Well, because I think back then the blue hand was indicative of the new in-house movements. Yes. And now we all know it, so it's time to kind of move back to what we're more comfortable with.
And then touching on the movement, it is a new caliber, the 980, thinner caliber as well. And then they also brought back the hacking seconds.
Absolutely, which I love. Clients of mine, and it's so funny, it's the minutia of these watches, but clients of mine have been clamoring for hacking seconds for years. The movement is a little smaller as well. And I know amongst some, that's going to cause a little bit of friction. What I like there is the smaller the movement, the more capable it is to handle shocks and jostles. You don't have this wider plane to vibrate on. I think it's just overall it's going to be a much hardier beast.
And the P9010 movement, which we saw in the 1312 forever, is a workhorse movement. Yep. We never see issues with that movement. So I'm hopeful it's continued in the 980. It's new to us, but we'll keep you updated.
I'm willing to bet it will be.
Yeah, me too. Panerai also shared that it's an stronger luminescence. And they were a little bit vague about that when we were in Geneva. So we put it to the test. It's not necessarily stronger, but we notice it's lasting longer.
Yeah, I think that's key, especially on a sandwich dial, which can be a little bit challenging for luminosity anyway, because it's kind of set back into the watch. I sleep in a watch, and I want to be able to see what time it is at 3 o'clock in the morning. And I think this is the answer. This one's going to fade out in just a few hours. This is when you're going to get a much longer,
Could be your bedside clock.
Could be my bedside clock. Yeah, absolutely.
And then finally, the last difference is an updated quick release strap. Still the same strap size that you previously had on a 44 millimeter, but this time with the quick release, we're seeing this from Panerai in a lot of different collections, Richemont in general. So it's really easy to pop it on and off, faster to change the straps. That's really part of the Panerai ethos, that it's easy for you at home to change the straps.
Ease of use is important, but for you Paneristi, this still will accept your old straps as well. It's still just a screw-through system, so you can use the quick release or not. You can use either. Yep, absolutely.
And it's also a quick release buckle. So we're taking away, that used to be the hardest part, is getting the pin out of the buckle.
To the point where I have clients who will buy a buckle per strap.
Yes.
They so don't want to do it. So this alleviates that for you as well.
We're huge Panerai fans. You can shop all new and pre-owned inventory live on our website, oliversmithjeweler.com. Final thoughts, George?
Again, not to beat a dead horse, but they made the perfect watch perfecter. I know. I keep saying that. They can't say it better. No, it's exactly what they did. Thank you, Panerai.